Hello everyone, welcome back to our Unity FPS Controller series Beginner to Advanced. In this episode, we are going to create a surface head effect system. This means when our bullet hits different surfaces, we will play different effects. For example, wall hit will show concrete particles. Metal hit will show sparks. Ground hit will show dust. Enemy hit can show blood. So without wasting any time, let's get started. Before starting, I have already added text mesh pro text on my objects, like metal and concrete. This is only for easy detection in the video, so viewers can clearly understand which surface we are hitting. Let's implement the system. First of all, go to the project window, create a new C# script, and name it surface hit effects. Double-click to open the script in Visual Studio. Just like previous systems, we don't need mono behavior for this as well. Let's remove this. This script will work like a data container inside our weapon controller script, and add Serializable attribute to make this a Serializable class, and remove start and update methods as well. Next, below this class, we'll create another Serializable class. This class will store the data for one surface. Let's create the new Serializable class and name this as hit effects. Inside this class, first we add a string for naming of surface in inspector. Let's add public. String. Surface name. This is only for naming in the inspector. We'll detect surface by two ways: physics materials and tags. So the first priority will be physics material. Let's add a header for our main detection. Next, we'll create a list of physics materials. Let's add public list of physics material. Physics_materials equals new list of physics material. This list contains the physics materials that belong to this effect. For example, in the metal effect, we can add the metal physics material. Now, if physics material is not found, then we'll check the tag. This will be our fallback detection. So let's add a header for fallback detection and add a list for tags. Let's add public list of string tags equals new list of string. If object tag is metal, we can still play the metal effect. Now let's add another header for hit effects. And let's add our VFX on bullet hit impact. Let's add public game object hit VFX. This is the particle effect that will spawn on bullet impact. Next, let's add a hit sound. Let's add public audio clip hit sound. This is the sound that will play when bullet hits the surface. Next, we'll add a volume float for our audio source volume. And we want this to be in between 0 to 1. Let's add range first. And now let's add public float volume equals 1. We are done here in hit effect class. Now let's add a list of hit effect in our surface hit effects class. Inside this class, first we create a list of hit effects. Let's add serialized field private list of hit effects, hit_effects equals new list of hit effects. This list will contain all surface effects. For example, enemy effect, metal effect, concrete effect, ground effect. Now we'll add default effects. Let's add serialized field, private, game object, default VFX. This default VFX will be used when the bullet hits an object but we do not find any matching surface effect. Next, we'll add default sound. Let's add serialized field, private, audio clip, default sound. If no surface-specific sound is found, this sound will play. Next, we'll add a timer to destroy the effect. Let's add serialized field, private float, destroy VFX after. And set it to 2. This value controls how long the spawned VFX will stay in the scene. After 2 seconds, we will destroy the spawn particle effect, so our scene does not become heavy. Now we'll create a private method that will return an effect if available, otherwise that will return null, and we'll use default VFX. Let's create private hit effects, get hit effect, and pass ray cast hit in this method. We are passing raycast hit because the raycast hit contains useful information like which object we hit, where we hit, surface, normal, collider, physics material, and tag. Now inside this method, first of all, we'll find the physics material from the collider, our ray hit. Let's say physics material, hit material equals ray hit.collider dot shared material. Here we are getting the physics material from the collider that our bullet hit. And next we'll check if our hit material is not null. Then we'll use a for each loop. This loop will check all effects from our list one by one. Now inside the loop, we'll check if the current effect contains the physics material that we hit. Let's say if effect.physicsmaterials.contains hit material, then return this effect. If the bullet hits a metal physics material, then this condition will find the metal hit effect. If it matches, we return that effect. This was the first priority check. Now, if no physics material is found or no matching physics material is found, we will check tags as a fallback. So we'll use another for each loop. This will also check all effects from our list one by one. Now inside our loop, we'll check if the collider tag exists inside our tags list, then return this effect. Let's say if effects.tags.contains rayhit.collider tag, then return effect. This is our second priority. So our system priority is first check physics material, then check tag, then use default effect. If nothing matches, we return null, return null. Now our getHitEffect method is complete. Next, we'll create the main public method that will play the VFX and sound effect. Let's create public void play hit effect and pass raycast hit as well. This is the method we will call from our weapon controller script when we shoot and hit something. Inside this method, first we'll get the current hit effect. Let's say hit effects, current hit effect equals get hit effect and pass ray hit. This will return metal effect, concrete effect, ground effect, enemy effect, or null. Now we select the VFX, let's say game object VFX equals if current hit effect is not equals null, then VFX will be current hit effect dot hit VFX else default VFX. Now we'll do the same for sound. Let's say audio clip SFX equals if current hit effect is not equals null, then SFX will be current hit effect dot hit sound else default sound. Now we'll get the volume of audio source. Let's say float volume equals if current hit effect is not equals null, then volume will be current hit effect dot volume else one. If we found a specific hit effect, use its custom volume. Next, we'll check if VFX is assigned. Then we spawn it. Let's say if VFX is not equals null. Now, before spawning VFX, we'll create the rotation of VFX first. Let's say quaternion. VFX rotation equals quaternion dot look rotation and ray hit dot normal. Ray hit dot normal gives us the direction of the surface. For example, if we hit a wall, the normal points outward from the wall. This helps us rotate the hit effect correctly according to the surface direction. Now we'll spawn the VFX. Let's say game object, spawn VFX equals Unity engine dot object dot instantiate, and object to instantiate will be VFX. And we'll spawn VFX at ray hit dot point, and rotation will be VFX rotation. We are using Unity engine dot object dot instantiate because this class is not inheriting from mono behavior. If we were inside a mono behavior script, we could simply write instantiate. Now we'll destroy the spawned effect. Let's say Unity engine dot object dot destroy and game object to destroy. Will be spawned VFX. After destroy VFX, this destroys the VFX after a few seconds. Next, let's check if sound is assigned. If SFX is not equals null, then we'll play the sound at the hit position. Let's say audio source dot play clip at point, and audio clip will be SFX, and position will be ray hit dot point, and volume of audio source will be volume. This plays the sound at the hit position. So if we shoot metal, we will hear the metal hit sound from that position. Now our main surface hit effects class is complete. Back to our weapon controller script. Inside the weapon controller, first we'll create a variable for surface hit effects, but first let's add a header for hit effects. And now add serialize field. Private surface hit effects, surface underscore hit underscore effects. Now let's remove our previous variables that we were using for hit effects. After that, let's go to our shooting method. Where we are doing raycast shooting, let's remove all lines of code for hit effects and play hit effect from surface hit effect class. Let's say surface hit effect dot play hit effect and pass ray hit. Now let's add a small delay before playing the hit effect sound. Without this delay, the weapon firing sound and the impact sound will play at exactly the same time. As a result, the impact sound can get masked by the gunshot, making it difficult for players to clearly hear the surface feedback. Let's cut the code from the raycast if statement and create a new enumerator and name this as bullet hit and pass raycast hit in this. Paste our code here and make this coroutine to wait to at least 0.15 seconds. And inside shooting method, call this coroutine. Now save the script and go back to Unity. Select our AKM weapon, and you can see attributes for our surface hit effects in Inspector. First, let's assign default VFX and SFX. I have already imported sound effects and hit effects. I am assigning metal sound effect as default sound effect and metal VFX as default VFX. You can set whatever you want. And now let's add surfaces. Currently, I have set up my scene for only 4 surfaces. Let's set the hit effect list to 4. Let's give the name to our first surface. I am setting for human. This will be for our NPCs, enemies, and all type of humanoid characters. And currently we have only one type for human, and that is our enemy. So let's give the size of 1 to tags list and add enemy tag in it. We can add more tags if we have human of different types. And for hit VFX, I'll assign blood splash VFX. And for hit sound, I'll assign blood hit sound effect. And currently I am setting the volume to 1. And now for our main detection, let's create a new folder and name this as physics materials. And inside this, create a new physics material, name this as enemy. Now, assign this enemy physics material inside human hit effect list. Now select the enemy and assign enemy physics material to its collider. We are done for human surface, and repeat all these steps for remaining surfaces. I am doing it on fast forward. I have already added tags for metal and ground. Let's add a tag for concrete as well. Now select objects and assign the respective tags to them. We are all set to test the hit effects. Let's hit play button, and if it starts shooting at different surfaces, you can see we have different hit effects, and you can hear the hit sound effects as well. And that's it for this episode. In the next episode, we'll implement bullet tracing. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next episode.